when the calling's calling. Evening. Boss bitch energy, yeah, for the evening. You know when the calling's calling more, and it's calling, calling, and it keeps on calling, till it's calling, calling. You know when the calling's calling more, more, more. Calling's calling, calling's calling. You know
Good evening everyone, welcome to round 3 then, the Army Cycling eRACE series autumn 25. So this one is Danger Noodle, different finish points for everyone tonight, or for some of the categories at least. So A's and B's, right, they're going to be doing one lap of this, which is 35 kilometers, and the C's and D's are going to be doing 25.6. So it's a little bit of a hilly course, this one, and two kind of major climbs that will be in this will be the Titan Grove Reverse and the Titan Grove. So for those that are a bit unsure, the first one they're going to hit, right, is Titan Grove Reverse. Right, it's about 2/3 of the way through, just over halfway, sorry. And that's about 900 metres long, kind of averages at 4.2%. So a little bit of a punchy one, that one. I suspect that we're going to see some breaks in the pack on there. And then the when they do the turnaround point and come back, then they'll be hitting the Titan Grove itself, right? It's about 2.5 kilometres, roughly about 2.2%. So what I'm going to try to do throughout this is to bounce through the categories, because what we expect is that the A pen is starting first, bang on 25 past, B pen 26 minutes past, C 27, D 28. So we might get a little bit of a kind of a delayed, a bit of a chance to see the finishes of all 4 races. Just looking at the chart, hi there Ian, it's a shame you're not racing, maybe you'd do better well in this, of course. So yeah, so quite a big pen. I think the last time I looked, I think we had 140 sign-ups, which is great, absolutely great numbers, and the pen looks massive and it looks rammed tonight, which is good to see. If anything, it's just making me a little bit jealous. But the previous 2 rounds have gone quite well. So we've had Downtown Dolphin, which was a nice little flat sprinters course. which I was lucky enough to race. And then the last one eludes me. I can't remember what the last course was now. But again, relatively flat compared to what we've got coming up over the next couple of races. So I think it only goes up from here, with race 4 being another lumpy one, race 5, and then finishing on race 6, which is definitely what we class as a mountain one. So we've got about a minute and a half-ish until the group sets off, and then hopefully we'll get some exciting racing. It's great to see this many people in the pen. Hopefully we can. The internet will not elude me, because normally, for those that are not as tech savvy, my rider is just sat in this area in Danger Noodle. So if it goes back to me, just sat there, kind of like this. Yeah, like this. It's because I'm not in the pen, and then I have to find a rider that's in the pen. So in this case, Rob McEwen. And then I'll follow him through the race. But like what you will see is I do lose some of the information on the right hand side. Up at the top right corner, I lose the detailed map that I would have on mine there. So you can see Danger Noodle there on mine. You can see the two climbs. Titan Grove reverse will be the first one, Titan Grove second one. But I lose that, which is a little bit disheartening when you fan view. Oh, and off we go with the A pen. Right, look at that. Missed the start. So I'm following Rob McEwen, and I'm also following on Zwift Power as well. So I've been refreshing Zwift Power, because sometimes individuals' names are not quite the same on what their screen name is versus Zwift Power. So apologies if I do get any of their names wrong. I will endeavour to try and not. Apologies, just trying to get a bit of tech working on this. What I'll do is let me disconnect my keyboard so I can do a bit of drone view, and that'll be. Kind of control the we're in. My keyboard's connected now. I've got a wireless keyboard. There we go. So my MacBook is streaming this. It's quite a decent sized pen of A's there. I'll just refresh Zwift Power, and that'll give us all the names of those that are in there. But I can already see some of them. So you've got Phil Cox is in there, Rob McEwen, Sean Beach, we've got G Jones, Mike Goff, Sam Littlewood, Dan Collins is in there, Will Mead, who's currently leading the competition at the minute. He's had 2 phenomenal rides. I raced him in the first race and he broke away, and I just didn't see him breaking away at all. It's always good when that happens, isn't it? But we're starting to see a little break on the front here now. What's Sean playing at? Very early for a break, this. Very early. But he's just stretching his legs, I suppose. And hopefully in the next minute or so, we should have a bit of information on the B pen. I don't think Zwift Power's going to upload until every single person's out of the pen. But yeah, quite good numbers. Okay, there we go. 20 in the A-cat, right? As you can see, they're hitting these rollers now. This is gonna sting the legs a little bit. If you're a big guy like me, I don't mind rollers like this, because kind of use the momentum and the weight to move down, so, and then just bang off the other side. Are we seeing an attack on the front early on here? Who's that up the road? P. McCulkin. Okay, he's putting an effort in. 6.8 watts per kilo there. He's breaking away from the front of these. And the rest of them, I'm seeing flame socks back there for people having to jump on and try and get back on. But like I say, I think it's quite early on for a little bit of an attack. That's what I can see if I can do now. See if I can find someone in the B pen and jump back and have a look at that. So if you get a random request off me on Zwift Power, sorry, on Zwift Companion, anyone that's signed up for the army races, I'll drop a follow on there, because then I can kind of follow you in the races as well, and that's the kind of the whole point of it. Oh, here we go, some attacks going off now. Right, that's the first. It's because they've gone for the sprint point. Right, so remember, sprints and K and QMs are on there. So a lot of them will be vying for the sprint competition as well. Right, so let's see if this will help now, if I can get into someone in the B pen. Boom! Right, here we go. Right, I managed to get on Mike Latchin. Right, 17 in the B pen tonight then. So let's have a look who we got in there. Russ Miller's in there. Matt Davies. So these are only a couple of K in. So these should be not far from them rollers that the other lot were just on. Will Blunt's in there. Tom Yaxley, they're going for the sprint point now. So as you can see, Tom Yaxley's going for the sprint point. More of a mountain biker, but really has a bit of power there. He's leading out the sprint point. And then sits up. But 17 in the B pen. Doesn't look like there's many off the back. I suspect they're all going to probably come together now after this sprint point. Yeah, I think it was a brave attack, that, Ian. I think quite early on in the race, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at. Let's see if any of the other pens have set off. I suspect they have now, and then hopefully Zwift Power will update and we can get a little bit of a live feed on where people are on the road. Nice little cobble section here. This cobble section now has a nice little climb that goes through to the right here. Right, this can sting a little bit, and then you go up there. What's faster? I'm sure this is called the dirty suppressor. After this, I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. But either way, this is it's a leg stinger, especially when you've just done a sprint. But looks like the Bs are kind of settled in at the moment. We'll catch up with them a little bit later. Let's drop back and see if we can have a look at the C. So C Cat's set away. So following Adam Backhouse here. So Adam won the last 2 races. So he's in a good place. Wow, what a size pen for the C's. This is a great numbers to see. Right, 60 in the pen here. Wasn't expecting to see a pen as big as this. We've got quite a lot of C's in here, haven't we? There's Darren Evans, or Old Man Evo. So if you go over to YouTube, he's got his own YouTube channel there. You see, they've just come past that little climb that the B cats have just gone through. So we can jump back now, see if we can hopefully see someone in the D pen. Looks like there's got a couple of riders just off the back there. Yeah, a couple of 5 seconds or so off the back. yeah, it looks like there's a second group on the road here. We've got Neil Herbert there. Struggling to find a lot of the D-cats because it does look like there's quite a lot of interference here with other riders. There we go. We got John Bissett, right? So looking at it, so we've got 18 in the D-cat today then, and it looks like this is it's broken up already by the looks of it. Yeah, so there's 18 in here. These lots seem to be working together, and there seems to be a couple of little groups up the road as well. So this is the front of the D pen. Front of the D pen's catching Phil Carr. Right, this is his first C race. He got promoted into this one, so he's going to be cursing himself. But good performances mean you end up getting promoted, mate. So it's a bit unlucky, but if you two can work together, I'm sure you'll have a good workout on this. So now we've managed to have a look at all three pens roughly. Right, let's have a jump back to the front and see if we can see how the A pen are getting on. So looks like it's still relatively close together. But there's a couple still wanting to kind of go off the front and push the pace. They are trying to stretch each other out by the looks of it here. This is a great course, but it's one of those courses that because the climbs come like mid and then to the end, if you've got some fast, powerful riders, they can really put the hurt on the lighter riders on the flats and the rolling, so they don't have a great lot left in the legs for the climbs. But it seems that 21's together. They seem to be kind of content at the minute. I suspect that the climbs are going to be where majority of the action kind of happens. And to be honest, probably looking at like 13 or so K when they start hitting Titans Grove, but from kind of now it's starting to just continuously go uphill, so you might see some riders trying to stretch this out a little bit. So you've got a few on the front there who are kind of trying to stretch it out. So you're Sean, Kev Fowler, George Jones. It's only a 1%, so this will be highly draftable. So now's the time to kind of really just put the effort in, make sure you can stay on the wheel. And it's already starting to kind of stretch it right out. But people like Dan Collins at the back, I don't think he's going to have much of an issue getting back onto this. He's a very, very strong rider. You've got Ian Evans in there, nicely sat in the middle. slowly starting to ramp it up a little bit now, kind of 1-2% kind of ramps all the way. There is kind of a little climb before the Titan Grove reverse as well, which is, it's not exactly punchy or anything like that, but I think it's kind of enough that maybe we'll get some splits. Just going to stay with the A's for a little bit longer because they're getting to the climbs. What I don't want to do is bounce too far back. So we go, see a sign there for Titan's Grove. So it's letting you know that you're encroaching now. And while we're kind of here, I'll have a little, I think the only one safely to kind of jump back to probably the B right now. So yeah, this is the lead group of Bs. There's 21, but there's definitely been a bit of a break here. Yeah, there's a few about 15 seconds back, so people like Tom Yaxton's back there, so I don't know if he just put a little bit too much into that sprint. So got Adam Adian here, Russ Miller, Matt Davies, Will Blunt. So there's some strong riders in here. So some of these probably could quite comfortably jump up to the A cap. But I suspect they probably will over the next couple of races. But I'm just going to see if I can quickly get on to C cap. Yeah, this is the main pack of C's. I think this is a course that's going to suit Adam again, right? Adam Backhouse, because he's a bit of a climber, so I think this is a course for him. And that is a huge group of C's there. There's a couple just off the back there, just a little bit further back. And then there's little pockets of groups kind of 30 seconds off the back of them. These just want to kind of get together and work as a group, because it could be a lonely ride otherwise. Right, I'm just going to jump back to the A, because now they're starting to hit the ramps now, and this is where we suspect it's going to get spicy. You can start to see flame socks straight away, right, and it is going a little bit crazy at the front here. And they're going to start the approach to Titan's Grove reverse. So this is the kind of climb beforehand that I mentioned. See, Titans is only 900 meters the reverse, but it is the steeper side of it. I don't know how much Rob's got left in the tank, because I raced with him last night in a crit. He's picked me for saying this, but I actually beat him last night. I don't beat Rob very often because he's got an engine on him. So I'm quite happy with that. But we'll just say he was leaving a little bit in the tank tonight, shall we? Rob's on my nemesis list. Those that don't know, on Swift Power, you race with the same people a lot, right? You'll have a couple of different lists, a nemesis list and a victims list. And he's far from being on my victims list, he's on my nemesis list. You can all add a little bit of fun when you're racing as well. So Will Meads coming to the front. Is this going to be a classic ride off the front, no one can hold the wheel? What he's done the last couple of races. But it seems like these are maybe saving the attacks for the second climb. So A's and B's will obviously go over the top of Titan's Grove and then finish at the end. Oh, here we go. This is what I was just talking about, wasn't it, with Will. So this is the attack that we were expecting, we just talked about. 7.5 watts Is this going to be a solo breakaway? Or has anyone gone with him? Rob McEwen, 1 second off him. Right, so they are trying to bring him back. But this is going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them. Because he is a time trialist. He can solo away for a long time. But it is strung out the ears. It really has strung out the ears. Whilst they're on this descent. I have a feeling they will bring this back. Right, it's only 1 second, a little dig now, and it's happening. Dan Collins, and here's the approach to Titans. So this is Titans Grove reverse. Right, this is the 900 meters that I was talking about. Is this going to be the move early, 13k into a 35k race? Is this the move? Are they going to let him get away? Well, it seems it, because he's doing 7.5 watts and they're doing 5. Mike Goff's pumping out some numbers now, trying to bridge this. But Will's sustaining it. He is sustaining it. This is great to see. But it is blowing the rest of the pack up. Right? There is little pockets all over. 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. Excuse me if you hear me cough. I've got a bit of a chesty cough today. So I'm kind of glad I'm not racing, if I'm honest. Right, so he's sitting at 4.5%, 5%. But he's just dangling in front of this pack. It's only 2 seconds. Right, so there's a good chance that these are going to bring him back. But I think there's a few that have been spat out the back, which is unfortunate. It was the first climb, the first big climb. But that's how some of these races are won. Yeah, well, I've just seen your comment there. There's Ian, the heart rate in the hurt locker, and I'll speak from experience. My threshold is 185 actually. My max heart rate is 205. So we don't know if he's in the hurt locker. He could be sat at threshold. But it looks like he's sat up now to 3.3 watts per kilo, and the rest of them have brought it back in. So if I can quickly try, I will endeavour to get to the B's. Oh, just in time as well. And have I gone with? Oh, there's an attack. There's an attack, and it's happened up the road. Will Blunt and Tina Culkin. Right, so not quite sure who Tina Culkin is, but he's put some watts down and he's put a little gap in. Oh, that's the back of the race. Apologies. Will Blunt is at the. It says he's second, but yeah. So that must have been the front. It was a bit of a weird one, that. Yeah, this is it. Unless it's Rich Smith. It is Rich Smith. So this is the front, right, of the B race, and these two are putting the hurt on them, right? So they've got Mike Latchins about 15 seconds behind, Harry Nansen, Ski. So this is a long range attack by these two. That's a bold move. I think some of these have got ZRL tomorrow night as well. So that is a very, very, very bold move quite early on. We got so Mike's kind of on his own. There is a rider just. Harry Nansen's not far behind him, right? 6 seconds. Might be worth hoping that he can bridge it. Russ Miller's still in there. And this is the main pack of the rest of the Bs. don't know if they're all going to come back together. You never know, because it's only 15 seconds to the lot in front, and then it's another 10 seconds or so to Will Blunt and stuff. See if we can get back and have a look at how the C's are getting on. Oh, not what I was expecting to see. Unless he's putting some good watts in there, Adam. He's paced himself back up. So maybe there was a bit of an attack on the front there. Because you got Rich Barrett there. Quite a lot of riders putting a bit of effort in here. You are pushing some watts to try and get away. So who we got? Angela's at the front, Angela Laycock. This is where being a lightweight rider really helps. Right. I am a lump, so getting up these climbs can sometimes be a right pain. And I do grit my teeth. I see some nice lightweight riders dance past me. But that's my own fault. Right, so that is still a really big pack there, and I think the descent is going to bring them back together. I very much doubt that they're going to stay separated. How's Phil getting on? Phil's on the roller, so he's still got a while to go, but he's still sat in a group here with two other riders. Oh, pardon me. And I can see I think this is the leader of the DCAT race in Breckline. So catching it was a minute head start, so you should be catching the back end of the CCAT race then. He's got a healthy lead, 2 seconds to N Sullivan behind him. But again, there's still quite a long way to go. And the descent will definitely bring people back together. Let's see how John's getting on. Right, Zwift can be a very lonely place when you don't have any riders around you, so sometimes it can be worth sitting up or putting a dig in. Unfortunately, John is in no man's land. He's got 26 seconds to the person ahead and 29 seconds to the person behind. And I have been there. Right, it's not a great place to be in. But as long as you keep the pedals turning, next week might be a little bit better for you. So let's jump back to the front and let's see how they're getting on. And it's been an attack. Oh, and surprisingly, this time's Dan Collins. Right, so Dan's put a dig in, and he pulled out a 4-second gap to Mike Goff and extra second to Will Mead. So has he used this descent to his advantage? Has he done a bit of Tom Pidcock and just steered down every corner, powered down? He is putting some watts down. A lot of people use the descents for a recovery, but tactically you can use them really well to get away if you're a little bit more of a heavier rider. So these are 18.6k in. Again, I don't think this is a move that's going to stick, because that group behind is going to be working really hard on their own. He's working really hard on his own, and they're going to be working really hard to kind of bring him back. So I think round about 20k, right? So if we'll stick with these for a little bit, 20k is kind of the start of Titans Grove KOM. Remember, this is the slightly longer one, so this is 2.6k, right? And this is 2.2 average, so it's not as steep as the previous one. You see Dan's in the wind there, putting 3.1 out, and there'll be people sat, like George Jones there, Ian Evans, they'll be sat near the back of the pack, and are kind of putting out less watts and saving a little bit of energy. But it was a brave move, what he probably doesn't want to do with only like 600 metres to the start of the climb. And you can see Kev Fowler starting to bridge the gap, and everyone's getting a bit panicky, starting to try to bridge the gap now, because in 500 metres the climb's going to start. And if I was Dan, I'd be sitting up now trying to catch my breath in preparation, because if they used a lot of matches to kind of bridge back onto me, then you want to be saving as much energy as you can for Titan's Grove climb the KOM. But there's still 1 or 2 riders off the back of this then, so the 21 that started. So we've probably got, who's at the back there, is that Ian Evans? Yeah, Ian Evans. So we've got 11 in this group, right? And this is the start of the Titan's Grove then. And I'm going to stick with Will Mead on this one, because this seems to be his forte to kind of break the rest of the pack on the climbs. And you can already see straight away he starts to come to the front and he just ramps it up slowly. Doesn't do like a big attack or anything, he just really starts to ramp it up and just puts the hurt on everyone. And you can see there's already the pack started to stretch a little bit, and he's starting to get daylight in the wheels, and that's exactly what he needs to do. And he'll ride some people off the back of this group. You got Dan Collins sat near the back, because was it too much of an effort that he put in? I doubt it. He's a strong rider. You got Mike Goff sat near the back as well. So is this a tactic? Are we just trying to save some energy, because this part of the climb is really draftable. It's really, really draftable. And again, we've got a lot of rulers on the build up here. And it's these little rulers, these like ramps, flats, that can really take it out with the legs. Sometimes a sustained long climb is better, because you just get into the rhythm of it. Here we go, we've got an attack by Will Mead. What did I say? Called it. He's got 10.1 watts per kilo in. George Jones, Ron McEwen's trying really hard not to let him get away here. And I think they've managed to kind of bridge that gap and go with him. Well, the rest of the pack at the back, it seems to be spreading out a little bit. But yeah, I think Rob's a good wheel to follow, because he's got an engine on him, so it's these 2-3% climbs he absolutely does amazing on. Right, I was not expecting to see Dan Collins there, but great ride by him. So Ron McEwen, Dan Collins, Will Mead off the front. So we're looking at a 1 second gap to Sam Littlewood, and then 4 seconds to Mike Goff. So I think Sam will probably, on this downhill now, Sam will join them. Just a little dig, and the momentum will take him onto the wheels. But Will Mead's not playing about here. 5.5 watts per kilo. He wants to make sure that gap, that 4 second gap to the rest of the pack is going to hold. Because I would suspect a lot of them are going to expect Mike Goff to go to the front and bridge it. And just as I said that, guess what's happened? Mike Goff's on the front bridging it. But sat at 4 seconds. There is a little bit of a descent now, so problem is, if you're not resting on the descent, if you're having to bridge, then it can hurt you a little bit later on. But there's nothing more frustrating than when they're in eyesight, like these lot are now, and just no one else is wanting to kind of bridge it. But it looks like he's got a bit of help from George Jones. But it's still sat at 4 seconds. It looks a lot closer than it is. Okay, what they are is they're all matching each other's watts. So this is quite an exciting part of the race. But I will jump back into the B-Cat and see how they're getting on. And we'll pick these up because these have still got another 10k. We want to see how the B-Cat got on that climb. So Mike Latchin, 10 seconds to someone behind him, sat in third. So what he's got is the two up in front again. So Will Blunt and Rich Smith. These are really putting the hurt on the rest of the pack. So this two up break that these two had seems to have stuck. I think they've grown a rider from the ear pen by the looks of it. But yeah, these have got 34 seconds to make Latchin. There's Phil Cox. Phil Cox is obviously racing in the ear pen, so he's sat near the back end. Phil is not a climber, he's a sprinter, so he's not going to be happy with the course selection. And you got Ski here. This looks like a group of 3 or 4 bees that are trying to bridge, right? Hopefully they've only got 13 seconds to make Latchin up ahead, 12 seconds, so they are closing in a little bit on him. And as you can see, moving further back, you got Matt Davies, who's riding with Russ Miller, and this is the rest of the kind of the B-Cat riders here. And as we move back, so let's have a look at C-Cat then. So how is the C-Cat race going? Right, so with Angela again, looks like it's broken up, right? It's broken up massively. So we've got a group here of about 6 or 7 of C-Cat riders that have kind of used their advantage of climbers to get away by the looks of it. Let's have a look a little bit further back. Ooh, not that far back. We've got W. Smith, who's in this group. And then about 27 seconds back, so we got this is Pat Weir, right? So there's another group of riders here. I see Adam Backhouse is in there, the winner of the last 2 races. It'll be a pretty hard effort to kind of bridge that 30-second gap, but you never know. You never know. So I'm going to push to the front because these lot will be closing in on the finish. So where is? Make sure I get with the front of the B's. Sorry, the C's, and we'll probably see these through to the finish now. And this looks like the lead pack here. These, as mentioned previously, these will finish at the top of this climb. So they've finished at the top of the climb with 25k. So we've still got a couple of k to go. So in the meantime, we'll try and get back and have a look at some of the D-Cat riders then. So I'll see if I can. There's going to be a lot of scrolling to find out D-Cat to how many riders there were in C. So you can see how many riders there are back here in C. There is a lot of riders. we got John Bissett then. So this is the D-Cat, sorry, Chester. And we got Mash. Where is the front? So this is third. Second, is it? Another rider just up ahead. Oh, 53rd. Okay, so we've got S. Farrell who is in third place for the D-Cat. Okay, gonna have to try and jump forward and see how the A-Cat are going before try and catch the finish of the C-Cat race. Now is the time that the phone stops working, which is always great. Always used to have a bit of a chuckle at Aussie when he had technical issues, because it always happens at the worst possible time for you. But your phones, we're slaves of technology, aren't we? Oh, well, I managed to get on there. Rob McEwen, that's the one. Right, so this is the front of the 8-pack, and there's still 4 of them. Right, so Kev Fowler's not that far behind, 5 seconds, sorry. So there's still a chasing pack. So who we got out the front then? So we've got Dan Collins, Rob McEwen, Will Mead and Sam Littlewood. Sam Littlewood, a bit of a triathlete, so, and Will Mead, a bit of a TT specialist. So let's see how these other two deal with it. Are they going to try and TT away? They're going to keep it really hard for the rest of them. Oh, and then my phone's loaded back up, just what you want. Right. Bit gutted tonight, missing so I'm supposed to, if I wasn't racing this, my ladder team's racing now. So those that don't know what ladder racing is, it's a team competition where you have 5 riders versus 5 riders from other teams. It's a bit exciting competition compared to standard racing. Every place counts, right? So first place gets 10 points, down to 10th place which gets 1 point. So it's a culmination of best score. So Rob McEwen is actually in the same ladder team as me. We're in a Team Not Poggy Latour team. 4 of our teammates are racing as we speak, and we'd normally stream it or watch it or race in it. Right, so this 6 seconds, this looks like it's going to stick then, and I think people like Mike Goff, George Jones and stuff like that, I think they've maybe given a chase. They were the 2 that were at the front pushing really, really hard. I'm going to try to get to the C-Cat race and hopefully see these as they come towards the finish. But it looks like there's quite a lot up the road. Oh, this is broken up. This is broken up a lot. Right, that was the finish. I apologise. I just missed it. Right. Oh, I knew I was close to it. I was close. So sorry about that. I am new to this, and this lot are still coming up there. Coming up to the finish. That's the finish line up there. I'm only one man, and it is quite difficult to catch it all. It's also quite difficult to know who's in what race as well. You don't really have a start sheet to be able to kind of reference back. But are these gonna put a dig in? So we'll go with so this is Pat Weir, bit of a lightweight climber. So is he gonna use this last bit for the custom finish? You can see the custom finish in the top right. That's the top of the climb. We start to see flame socks now, and this lot will finish where them stones are on the left and right hand side. That's the finish line. little sprint at the end, and then they're back down for a bit of a cool down descent. Right, let's stick with the very front then, because these lot do not have long left, and they are putting a shift on. Or is the group behind closing, or is it not? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like they're out of view. They're out of view. I think we might have one rider, right? Surprise, surprise. He is mic off, right? Will Mead, this is it. He's just put a dig in there, right? And he's trying to stretch these out, but they're staying on his wheel. So is this going to be a fruitless attack, or are we going to see a great sprint finish around this corner from someone like Rob McEwen from the rear, right? Don't go to the front, Rob, right? Because he's going to draft everyone else to the finish. That's what a lot of people do, end up staying on the pedals a little bit too much, and then it ends up being oh, has he gone early? Here's the sprint now, here's the sprint finish, so it's 32.1k, right? It looks like Sam Littlewood, Will Mead, Rob McEwen, Dan Collins. Okay, so we've missed the C's, but we will catch the B's. So we will catch the last couple of K of the B cat race. So it's a bit of a two up TT here. Because I think some of these riders have kind of dropped back from the A cat race, I believe. No, so this is 4 of them. So there's 4 of them there, right? No, I was right the first time. Right, there is some of these riders are from the A cat race, because all riders were visible on this. Obviously, it was just a minute gap between everyone, so it looks like Will and Rich Smith are going to get a little bit of a tour to the finish line. So we'll stay with these because these have only got a K and a half to go. And you see the group behind. We'll watch the group behind come in as well. So that'll be Mike Latchin, Harry Nansen, Ski. We'll see how they tackle the finish and whether they sprint it out or they just ride in. But there is still a podium on offer because I believe, like I say, 2 of these are from the A-Cat race. And it's the lead 2 from the B-Cat race. It's much easier when we run laps to know where everyone is on the course. But unfortunately, for some reasons, with Power tonight, wasn't showing the live results of where people were, which is a little bit frustrating. And it takes a little bit of time to refresh as well. So I highly doubt we're going to get anything from Zwift Power tonight. But for those that are questioning about results and stuff like that, so Russ Miller, who's actually racing in this, he's the results member of the committee. He will be processing the results. For whatever reason, if you don't see your name on the results sheet, it could be for one of many reasons. Some of the things we've found over the last 3 weeks is registration. Some individuals may have registered late or not registered at all. If you've registered late, just drop Russ a message because he'll have to refresh it to get the results in. Oh, here we go, here's the sprint. And the sprint we're looking at is between Rich Smith and Will Blunt. And it looks like Will Blunt took it. Oh, you don't know yet? Or was it Nick Howarth? Oh, no, it is Will Blunt. Will Blunt, followed by Rich Smith. So let's jump back, and this is the second group on the road from the Bs. So it's got Mike Latchy and Harry Nansen. There is one hanging off the back, D Neville. Mike's gone for it early. Here's the sprint. Harry Nansen's looking strong there, looking strong. Right, but is Ski going to come through at the end? It looks like just come through. Right, let's see if we can have a look at the D's. I think the D's probably have finished now. It's unfortunate when finishes because of the distances. Looks like because of the distances, the kind of C's, D's and C's and E's, we're all kind of finishing at the same time. There's Phil Carr, who's in the C-Cat race, so these lot are coming up. Looking like this is the top of the climb then. So actually this could be the winner of the D-Cat race. Oh, beautiful. What a perfect time. So we'll get to see the winner of the D-Cat race is Brett Gloyn coming across the line there, right in first place. Brilliant. Followed by S. Williams, so not far left to go. Approaching the top of the climb. More C-Cat riders coming through. It looks like Brett Gloyn had a little bit of a... Oh, this is the second place then. Second place in the D-Cat. Right, there is a group 6 seconds back. So, is he going to manage to hold these off? Alright, can you see them? Because normally on a climb, 6 seconds is nothing. Alright, someone puts a big dig in. And they could bridge that. So... Are we going to see the second place? We're going to see the podium positions for the D-Cat race. I wish it had a nice banner, but it hasn't. It's just 2 rocks either side of the road, imaginary banner. Quickly switch to these ones, yeah. So this is third place, so S. Farrell, right, she's managed to bang in third place there. The group behind. So what we've got is we've got a lot of kind of riders spread down the mountain, and it can be a bit of a lonely place, but you've got to spin the pedals and you'll get up there. We've got Neil Herbert here, riding for the RLC, formerly infantry. And then we've got a lot of riders kind of spread a little bit further down throughout the race. Let's see if we can push forward and see if there's any of that. a lot of Sea Cat riders still coming to the finish line. Oh, so they're just cooling down. It's Tim Jones. Emma Price. So this will be one of the B-Cat riders. So there's still some B-Cat riders coming through. So these are what's easy in the B-Cat. Right, with riders spread all over the road then, what I will do is, as I'll probably call it a night then. So, thanks for watching. What I will say is the results will be up on the Google Drive tomorrow, right, and they'll refresh throughout the week as it goes on, as Russ updates people's scores, also with things like registration, ACU membership, and stuff like that. Just remember, get in touch if you get disqualified from Zwift Power because of a heart rate issue or anything like that. If you've got proof, whether it be on Strava or another kind of way of proving that your heart rate was active, just for some reason Zwift wasn't picking it up, just send it in to myself or Russ Miller, and we'll update the scores. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back for the stream next week. Great racing, everyone.